Afraha Stadium, Nakuru County was the venue of this year's Madaraka Day celebrations, with President Uhuru Kenyatta leading Kenyans in marking 53 years of internal self-rule. It's the first time in the country's history for such a national celebration to be held away from Nyayo National Stadium in Nairobi County, the nation's seat of power. Away from the fanfare and festivities, the president and his deputy took on the opposition team CORD over its insistence on the disbandment of the electoral body IEBC over alleged bias 13 months to the general election.
Haiwezi kuwa ya kwamba mambo lazima iende vile mtu mmoja au watu wachache wanataka. Inakuwa ngumu sana.
It is not possible that if you do not like a decision by an institution that made a decision that is not favorable to you, you say that institution should be disbanded.
An informal meeting between the president and his deputy and CORD leaders Raila, Odinga and Wetangula at Statehouse, Nairobi yesterday had raised hopes of a consensus on the fate of IEBC commissioners. However, the government's position on CORD's calls for dialogue over IEBC remains unchanged.
Sheria iwe ni nzuri wakati na kupendelea, lakini ikichukua hatua ambaye haikupendezi huipendi. We can't work like that, my brothers and sisters. We must be a nation that follows the rule of law.
I now wonder why we want to transact the business of Kenya, either over a tete-a-tete, over a cup of tea, or in street engagements clouded by clouds of tear gas.
Kenyatta and Ruto argued that the executive had no role in the disbandment or reconstitution of the Electoral Commission and asked the CORD leaders to follow the constitution, whose passage they spearheaded in 2010.
Because if you say you have a problem with the IEBC, you have a problem with the judiciary, you have a problem with parliament, what are your credentials insofar as the rule of law and constitutionalism is concerned? What then do you believe in?
Nakumbuka wakati huo rafiki yangu hapa William alikuwa anazunguka akiwaambia watu kataini hii katiba. Wengine wakaanza kuniita mimi sijui watermelon, sijui mchana natembea green, jioni natembea na nikuongea. Mimi nikasema wachana na mambo, tupitishe hii katiba vile ilivyo, vile viongozi wanataka. Sasa jameni, yawezaje iwe wale ambao walikuwa wanatuongoza tupitishe, sasa wanaona shida kufuata ile katiba ambayo tulijipatia.
During the State House luncheon and informal session, Kenyatta invited the CORD leaders to Nakuru for Madaraka Day celebrations, an invitation that was turned down by Odinga and Wetangula, who were at Uhuru Park.
Wameona labda waende wafanye yao kwingine, hiyo ni shauri yao.
We expect them, therefore, to respect the same court that gave them the permission to hold their rally today, that has told them they cannot continue to torment the country with demonstrations every Monday.
After Nakuru County hosted Madaraka Day festivities, Machakos County will in October be the venue of this year's Mashujaa Day feat, while the December Jamhuri Day festivities will be held in Nairobi.
The positions advanced by the president and the deputy today clearly shows we are where we were initially before yesterday's glimmer of hope after a meeting at State House with CORD leaders. The CORD team has given the government up to Sunday to identify a structure on how to deal with the IEBC commissioner's question, or else they troop back to the streets on Monday. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV, Afraha Stadium, Nakuru County.